Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the idea of 50-50 in relationships, especially when it comes to finances. Now I get it. On the surface, splitting the bill sounds fair. But here's the thing. When men talk about 50-50, it always seems to stop at money. Nobody ever talks about going 50-50 when it comes to everything else, like waking up in the middle of the night to a sick child, cooking daily meals, doing laundry, or those emergency hospital runs. Where's the 50-50 in the emotional labor? This conversation is gonna go way deeper than just to pay rent, than just focusing on the bills. So today I want us to talk about the equal split narrative often fails on women and why trying to apply 50-50 financially without acknowledging all the unpaid work women do is not truly equality. So I've gathered some clips for you guys that is going to add another layer to this conversation, and we're going to watch these clips together. Then at the end, I'm gonna come back to give my own 2 cents. Make sure you leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's watch this.
Don't hate me, but I think the man should be paying for like all the bills. Now, I didn't always think this way. I used to be a 50-50 nigga. You know, you split the bills down 50-50, you pay for vacations 50-50, you go on dates 50-50. And it's so weird because my mindset completely switched now that I have money. It's like, I get it now. It's like, if we're out, don't you dare whip out your purse. I don't even want to see that shit. Don't do that dumb shit. I feel like as a man, you're supposed to want to pay for everything. Like, well, to pay for the bills, to pay for, to just treat your lady and to be able to be in a position to take care of her needs. And realistically, ladies, I feel like most men, if not all, no, I'm not gonna give it to all because there are some waste niggas out there, but most men, that's what we want. We want to be able to provide. We want to be able to be in a position to take care of y'all. And it wasn't until I was like 27 to 28 that I feel like I figured life out. I'm 29 now and I'm turning 30 in like 3 months, but yeah, it took a while. Like I'm getting older now. And with age comes maturity, comes wisdom, comes growth, comes more matured mindsets of, yes, I want to pay for everything. I want to pay for the bills. I want to pay for trips. I want to do all that stuff as long as you're taking care of me. And I'm not just talking about like sex. I'm talking about, just play your role and do things that show me that you appreciate me and the hard work that I put in. And not all men are going to be in a position to be able to do these things. But if you have a man that works hard, is ambitious, strives for greatness, has goals, has a vision for his future, doesn't complain about life and everything, society and the economy, and understands, a man that understands that every problem and everything that happens in his life is his fault and it's his fault to take care of and deal with, that's the kind of nigga you gotta stick beside, because I promise you that man right now, he may not have it, but when he does, he's gonna take care of you. It's just naturally embedded within our DNA. We want to take care of our lady. We want to take care of our family. We want to take care of our pack. That's just how it is. And it wasn't until I got older, worked on myself, did the thing right, and finally have money that I can just spend, that I have this mindset where it's like, yeah, I want to do this and I'm very happy to do so. But to those niggas that still are on that, no, we gotta split bills 50, man. I don't know about y'all strong. But also ladies, you gotta remember that a man is not just gonna put out all these things for just any woman. You gotta be a very special woman for him to wanna be able to take care of you in all facets. You can't just show up because you're pretty, because you're attractive, because you got a vagina. It doesn't work like that. You also gotta put in work. You also gotta show the nigga what makes you different. Why are you worth all of his hard work? You see what I'm saying? So it goes both ways, but at the end of the day, the main message is, yeah, want to pay all your bills.
If a man's trying to sell you on the fact that he wants to be 50-50 with you to build a good life together, don't buy that shit. It's bullshit. He needs to be able to create a salary. It doesn't need to be bougie, but of a family if he wants to have a family. If he cannot create that, then maybe he doesn't need to have a family right now, or he needs to work on himself. If he needs you as a partner to bring in 50-50, then he's not ready. If he needs a helping partner, maybe he should get another man to help him start it all if he can't himself create that lifestyle. Because let me tell you one thing, when it comes to you having children, there's no 50-50 that he can do in that pregnancy. There's no 50-50 he can do in that birthing of that child. There is no 50-50. Biology's created it that way, that it's 100% you. So if he can't create a safe environment for you to have a child in, and he's telling you that you need to pull your weight and build this life together and equal partners, he's not ready for a family.
I don't understand what these boys don't understand. 50-50 is for broke boys. It will make you less of a man.
So he's 100% right. But can we talk about how unsustainable that idea is, especially for millennials and younger, and even some of the Generation X people? So I know a couple that followed this to the T. They believed that it was the man's responsibility to be the full sole provider. She refused to work at all. He was college educated, had a good career. He made what I would consider decent money. He made somewhere between 70, 80, maybe a little bit more, $1,000 a year. Throughout the years, though, they struggled just financially. Like I said, she refused to get a job. They stayed in an apartment because they couldn't find a house that was in a neighborhood that they wanted to live in. So they just stayed in an apartment so they can stay within a neighborhood they wanted to live in. Whenever there was issues that arise, they ended up going into debt because they didn't have the money to save for a rainy day. And throughout that time, she refused to work because it was his responsibility. Today, they're divorced. If the idea of going 50-50 is appalling to you today, it's because you lack financial literacy and probably financial stability, or you're looking for a transactional relationship, i.e. a sugar daddy. There's a lot of reasons why this idea is unsustainable, but I'll start with the most obvious reason. That's the economy. Most people cannot afford to live a comfortable life on one income. I make over 6 figures and I'm not able to be the sole provider. But slow down before you start to talk about me, because let me fully explain what being a sole provider means. Being a sole provider means you are able to pay for the past, the present, and the future. The past represents all of the debt that you've incurred, car loans, credit card loans, student loans, all the stupid shit you did in your 20s. The present includes paying for, yes, your rent and mortgage and lights and gas and water and food and stuff like that. But it also comes with your medical insurance, dental insurance, vision, home insurance, car insurances, and then all of the leisure stuff from Saturday date nights or just out with the family to going to Disney. Then you have to pay for the future, which includes your IRA, your retirement plans, your 401k, life insurance, whole and term if you have it. And if you have kids, I want you to multiply all of those expenses by the number of kids you have. I have 4. So let's be honest. Most of us cannot afford to be a sole provider. And let's be more honest. Most of us that claim to have money are just scammers. Paying for hair, nails, and feet does not make you a sole provider. We have to begin to have more mature conversations about finance.
Beware of men who think about the ways that being with you can lift their burden so they can step into their feminine and put their panties on. A man that loves you wants to make your life easier. He will not have you working while you're 9 months pregnant. He will not have you struggling, working, taking on extra shifts because you want to make sure you have your bills paid. He will not get in your car without putting gas in it. He will not even get in your car, period. That man will be driving you around while you're passenger princess. Be aware of that guy who doesn't say, what are your bills looking like this month? Let me help you with that. Beware of a man who watches you walk out the door with this big old bump, tired, back hurting, and him not finding a way to make enough money so you can sit and relax while you grow his child in your womb and have peace bringing that baby into the world. Beware of a man who makes you think that it's partnership when a woman goes 50-50 with a man. Do you know how much money it costs to be a woman? For our hair, for our clothes, for our eyebrows, for our eyelashes, for all these things, for our tampons, for all these things that men don't have, and then you want her to show up and pay half the bills? Boy, bye.
A person with this mindset should not be in a relationship. They need to be single. They do not make suitable partners. In any relationship, both partners must be 100% in, do 100% of the work, and both have to be future focused. You will never get ahead if you have one person who's always looking down, keeping score. I remember hearing an interview once by a former first lady, and she was talking about all of the hard and lonely years before they got to the White House. She was working to support their family and earn money. She was raising the kids alone. All we see is the glitz and glamour of the White House, and now they're just living it up. But you do not think about the fact that both people both had their own jobs. They both gave 100% at what it is that they had to do. And now together, they have more than they could have ever achieved alone. A person only giving 50% is dead weight, and they will hold you back in any relationship.
So if I bring a woman into my life, into my world, she ain't got to go 50-50 with me. For what? I've been taking care of me. My bills, my rent, my food, my clothes, my life, I've been paying for that because I'm a grown man and that's what grown men do. So why would I bring a woman into my life and ask her to pay for anything? I got it. Because I'm grown. I got it.
A lot of men feel like women have a problem going 50-50 on the bills. They say it make me a roommate. That's not the case. I don't think modern women have a problem going 50-50 on the bill. They have a problem with going 50-50 on the bills, but they don't get 50% of the say. 50% of now you cooking for her, you cleaning for her, you taking the kids 50% of the times. The problem is when you agree to get into this 50-50 relationship when it comes to financially, that's all you consider. That's what a lot of modern women have a problem with. You go ghost when it's time for me to get 50-50 in other things. You acting like you too much of a man to pick up a mop, to load the dishwasher, to help with the homework. But yet you ain't too much of a man to accept the half of a rent payment that I give you to our mortgage. That's the problem that a lot of modern women are facing today. He's gonna say, well, I mow the grass and I clean the gutters, things that happen once a week. But I tell you, the diapers need changing every day.
If y'all are going 50-50, or a man asks you to go 50-50, he doesn't think you're the type of woman that he needs to impress. It also means that he thinks you're desperate enough to go for that because he thinks he's the prize. That means he does not feel that you're the type of woman that he needs to go all out for, to impress, to lay down the red carpet for. So therefore, he's basically insulting you. Okay. So remember that. And if you are stuck in a 50-50 relationship, you know, the best way to help yourself is definitely to level up as far as what you look like, how you dress, how you carry yourself and all that. And start requiring more, start asking for more, start doing less and giving him more responsibility financially and see what he's going to do. See if he really likes going to start arguing about, you know, him doing more. Because if he really loves you and he wants to keep you, he's going to pay them bills. Okay.
Why do men go 50-50 on bills? Because they don't like you? Not all men do. The men that don't like you want to go 50-50. Okay, here you go.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
Going 50-50 with a man in a healthy relationship doesn't exist. And this is going to be so controversial, but let's fucking do it. A man that is willing to go 50-50 with a woman is a man that still yet doesn't have the intention of being a financial provider. When a man says, I want my woman to provide for herself while still expecting her to raise his children, he's basically saying, I want my wife to be half of the man for me while still being all of the woman. This is an unbalanced equation of the feminine and masculine dynamic. When the woman is working to provide the other 50% while raising children, it will put her on survival mode and she cannot fulfill her divine purpose as a mother to carry, nurture, and raise her children to be the highest reflection of their father. And then men say, I will not provide for you, I will not marry you, and I will not lead you. But I will fuck you, and if you get pregnant, we'll figure it out with no plan because I'm a man that lacks intention. This is why we have so many broken families and our communities are degrading. The masculine energy in our society is weak. It's why so many women have daddy issues. There's no real discipline, no focus, and no leadership from men anymore. At least not many. Instead, society wants to push women to be more masculine instead of providing the masculine support needed to uplift and protect their feminine essence.
If a man needs a woman to go 50-50 on bills and expenses, does he really see her value beyond her financial contribution? Because at the end of the day, 50-50 is a roommate, not a love match. 50-50 is, well, what do you bring to the table? 50-50 is nothing special, easily replaceable by another woman who can match that financial contribution. 50-50 is doing you a favor by being with you. 50-50 means there's no evolutionary drive to, as a healthy, secure male, provide for and protect his lady in some sort of way. 50-50 means that he doesn't understand that a woman's greatest power is being a creator and nurturer. Women are givers of light. We expound whatever you give us. You give us 10 and we'll make you 50. You give us a bag of food and we'll cook you a meal. You give us a seed and we'll make you a baby. You give us a house and we'll make you a home. You give us a heavy heart and we will heal it. You give us a soul and we will protect it. So what is that worth? If a man needs a woman to go 50-50 on bills and
All right, so let's talk about this. So after watching all those clips and hearing different perspectives, I want to circle back and just speak from my heart on this. Personally, I genuinely believe that a man asking a woman to go 50-50 on bills is not okay. Now, before anyone gets defensive, hear me out. This isn't about belittling men or making it seem like women can't contribute. No, that's not the issue. The issue is in the mindset, the expectation, and the imbalance that often comes with it. Like one of the guys said in one of the clips we just watched, this whole 50-50 conversation is usually pushed by broke men. And I couldn't agree more with him. Men who are really doing well financially, men who are in their masculine, secure in themselves and what they bring to the table. They're not out here calculating who pays for what down to the penny. They're not using equality as a shield to avoid stepping up, because let's be real, when a man is truly capable and willing to lead, he doesn't see providing as a burden. He sees it as a part of his role, and that doesn't mean a woman is beneath him or that she can't contribute. But there's a difference between a woman choosing to help out because she wants to and a man demanding it like it's owed. Yeah. And here's the thing, women are naturally helpers. That's just in our nature. We love someone. When we love someone, when we feel safe, supported and cared for, we pour into that person. And we don't need to be asked to do it. We will help in every way we can, financially, emotionally, physically, without hesitation. So the moment a man starts demanding 50-50 or putting pressure on his woman to bring something to the table, it sends the wrong message. It stops feeling like a relationship, and start feeling like a business partnership, or worse, like a transaction. Relationships shouldn't feel transactional. Love isn't a bill to be split. It's an energy exchange. It gives and takes, yes, but it shouldn't. It should be. It should be based on flow, not forced balance. And that what else? That bring me to something to the table. Language. It's so off-putting, because what exactly is the table? Is it money? Is it status? Is it emotional support? If a woman is cooking, cleaning, nurturing, raising your children, praying for you, being your peace, staying loyal, what more does she need to bring? Why is that never valued the same way as paying bills? So if we're being honest, many women are already doing way more than 50-50. The house is clean, food is cooked, kids are taken care of, her job is demanding, and she's still managing to hold everything down. And a lot of that goes, unnoticed, unappreciated, and unpaid. But now on top of that, she's being told that she needs to split rent too. Come on. This is where things get unbalanced, because if you're only measuring value in terms of who pays what, you are completely ignoring all the other forms of labor, especially emotional and domestic labor that women do consistently. Labor that comes that keeps the home functioning and the relationship grounded. And the truth is, money is the easiest thing to contribute. Time, effort, care, consistency, that's where real value shows up. So to the men watching this, if you want a woman who gives you her all, don't start the relationship by putting her on a payment plan. Show her love, provide security, and make her feel like a queen. Do that. And I promise you, she will do more than 50-50. She will go 80 of 20, 90, 10, even 100. She'll give it all when you're down, bad. Yeah, because when a woman is in love and feels seen and protected, she will always go above and beyond. But when you start a relationship by asking her to meet you halfway financially, you shrink the space where she would have naturally, blossomed. You turn something organic into something contractual. And once the energy is introduced, it's hard to take it back. That's just my 2 cents anyway. It's not about saying women shouldn't work or contribute. It's about understanding balance. It's about knowing that relationships thrive when roles are clear, love is mutual, and pressure is removed. So if a woman wants to help, beautiful. Let it come from her heart, but don't ask her to prove her worth with her wallet, because real women, they are already bringing so much to the table than money. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here, but I really want to hear from you. Like, what do you think about this? Do you believe in 50-50? Have you experienced this kind of dynamic in your relationship? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I read all of them and I love seeing different perspectives, even if you don't agree. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload such videos, you don't miss out on any of them. I will definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.